Hey, hey. Hi, Libras. Welcome back. Libras, we're going to do a little peek right now at how do they see Libra at the moment. All right, so here we go. Whoever they may be. We've got an action of swords. Well, they seem to be on the move pretty suddenly. They may think that they're about to lose Libra if they do not move really, really quick. And I say that because this is sudden action with that, action of swords, or it could be that Libra shocks and surprises them. They look at Libra and they go, I have no idea where Libra's headed next. There's impulsive decision, but then I see Libra moving on. I see them cutting a cord with me, and I don't want that to happen. I would say, if I'm just asking, how do they see Libra? They see Libra as someone they would love to race toward, but I think that they actually have to either cut cords with somebody else first, so then they can, hop on in and give Libra the best of themselves. Definitely, we have two cards that are about an energy of wanting to talk like all day and all night, wanting to also love. Bunnies are about fertility. Dolphins mate for enjoyment and not just procreation. But this is also about, I want to talk to Libra. I want to talk to Libra all the time. I see Libra as somebody that I would love to interact with. They also kind of think Libra either doesn't know how they feel with this still being in the, that fuzzy, clouded space, but it's like, all I want to do is race toward Libra, but I want to be with Libra. I want to be around them. I don't want to be held up anywhere else. I just want to be able to play in the fields, among the fields of barley. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? I can't think who sings that. And it's a famous singer. It was probably a 90s, late 90s, I would say, track. Man singing it. Very famous voice. Drives me crazy. We have got the Two of Wands sideways. We've got the Nine of Nine of Cups sideways. The Four of Cups, holy smokes, and the Three of Swords. Oh, no. Okay, so how this person sees Libra. This is one where, why didn't they make a different decision? Why, oh, why didn't they make a different decision? They see Libra as somebody who they either thought they were protecting, but instead they realized that they broke Libra's heart. And they're like, why didn't I make a decision? Why did I choose to either do something that made me somehow content? And I don't even think it worked out that way. Why did I think I was either protecting Libra, or maybe Libra was being protected from me? What's that Nine of Cups there? Because that could be indulgent. We have Two of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. Okay, so in this story, this is somebody who, unfortunately, they perhaps chose somebody else, or they were juggling Libra and somebody else, couldn't decide who to pick. They may have chosen someone else, and it was an epic mistake. So in that case, I'm going to say maybe they know better. They know that they didn't deserve Libra then. If they had a choice, which everybody always has choices, right? Who we choose to give our energy to, that's a choice. But it almost looks like this person, maybe they felt really special, that like, oh, Libra likes me and so does this other person. They could have been like, I don't know if they were talking to somebody at a distance or whatever it was, but I'm thinking that they blew it with Libra. And this is somebody who would give anything now, anything, to just get that second opportunity. How they see Libra is a person that they should have jumped at the chance to be with. But this is like, they figured this out too little, too late. At the time, they might have been like, oh, well, Libra is really great, but, I'm just now starting to date them. There's other people also. Maybe they had, maybe they had started going on a dating site or something, and that's how they met Libra. And at the same time, they're talking to two other people, and it's like, wow, I'm getting all this attention. It feels so, special. And I'm in this position where I'm like, who do I want to, build a relationship with? But it looks like now they know I met the best right out of the gate. I met Libra. It was so obvious who I actually wanted to be with, but for some reason, I was so amazed by the fact I was getting attention from different people. That this one reeks of somebody who had just started to try like dating online. They meet Libra at the same time they meet several other people, and they're just, they're still like, well, I'm just testing the waters. But I think that somehow, let me ask about that Three of Swords. Actually, let's change decks. What was the Three of Swords there? Three of Swords again. Ace of Wands in the reverse and Four of Wands upright. So look, maybe this new relationship jumped from 0 to 100 really quick. It's like, who would have thought that I would meet somebody so amazing when I just barely start dating? I met 3 people, 2 or 3 people. I was trying to date each one to get to know them, but I think that they already knew that Libra was really important to them, but it didn't stop them from still, kind of testing the waters elsewhere. And I think that it was a super big turnoff to Libra. I think Libra was like, I literally don't want to touch you. I've never been more turned off. And yet we could have had it all. And wow, I thought that this was going to be something. Now, on one hand, why get brokenhearted over somebody that shouldn't have had access to a heart in the first place? So I hope Libra didn't really wind up with a devastated, broken heart. They think Libra did, but where they're at right now is they're the ones that put the broken heart because they're like, Libra thinks I'm kind of gross. I'm sorry to be so blunt. Libra thinks I'm gross. Libra doesn't want anything to do with me. They wouldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. Why? Because I was juggling them with somebody else. I didn't see it that way at first. I thought I was still just trying to figure out which way to go. But I realized Libra was a person, the only person that I was actually interested in. But out of this sheer like gluttony or this, it kind of made me feel good, feel special that different people were talking to me. I thought I was still, just sorting stuff out. But that sorting stuff out and juggling different people, I'm thinking that they know Libra found out. What was that like? Libra turned and walked. They may have wanted to chase after Libra, but there was a mountain between themselves and Libra. With that, there we go again with the Knight of Swords. This person, it was a light bulb moment. The second Libra found out, oh, so you actually are still working things out. Okay, peace. Peace out. You can work things out with all those other options because I'm actually a choice, not an option. I'm out. They wanted to chase after Libra, but I think it was like instantly they knew Libra was the one. It was what they should have known all along. What they did know all along. But for some reason, they still, Magician in the reverse. Oh my God. This person, I'm going to say this, because they must have still been juggling. And Libra was like, oh, so you're not just talking to me. So whatever we had or thought we were building, it's not important to you. Okay, then you're not important to me either. This, I get it. I shouldn't have placed importance here. I'm out. That's okay. I would say that what's so crazy is that was the, splash of ice cold water. The fact that instantly they knew they had lied to themselves. Maybe they were hoping Libra wasn't that important to them because it was like, how is it that I just started dating and I meet the person? Maybe they were trying to convince themselves that I didn't just meet the love of my life, right? This couldn't have happened this fast. Maybe it's infatuation. Maybe I should intentionally go out and date somebody else on purpose to be able to not get so hooked on Libra. Let me just ask, what were your emotions for Libra? Because for you to suddenly, the second Libra turns and splits, you go, oh my God, they were the one. 9 of coins in the reverse, 10 of cups upright. It's exactly. They instantly were like, I don't want to be single. I see forever with this Libra. And so then so what were you checking to see if you were just tripping? Is that why you intentionally tried to date somebody else? King of Pentacles, Strength card. Yeah, look, I'm not going to pretend I understand this other than they felt like they had to make sure that it was really real the way they felt about Libra. So let me try dating one other person or, flirting around with other people to see, could it really be true the way I feel about Libra? Or before I really connect for a permanent relationship that I'm going to give my all to, let me just be single a little bit longer. They lost Libra good and proper on this for sure. Let me just ask, because I have every suspicion Libra is not so brokenhearted. They think Libra is. They are the ones who are brokenhearted. We have the 2 of Swords twice. How did Libra feel about this mess? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, Five of Pentacles. Libra was like, I will give zero time to this. Anybody who can't give to me, I'm out. I'm nobody's doormat. You need to go find yourself. You need to go date other people. You go right on ahead. But you don't take up my precious time too. And I don't wait for anybody. I don't care if you're spying on me or not. I'm out. This is like a Libra who totally said, they flipped the script on this person. This is a Libra who said, oh, so you have nothing to offer me because you don't know what you want yet. Oh, no, I'm done. I'm out. No, so you didn't have enough to keep me. I would have given to you, but you have to date other people, which means you don't have anything to give me because you don't know what you want yet. So as it stands for me, I count it up and I say, you're coming up way too short in the bank. And I'm not dealing with somebody who can't give me something. I think Libra flipped the script. I don't think Libra was devastated. I think Libra looked at this in a much more empowered way. Yeah, Chariot. And Libra moved on. Kind of with the support of like a family behind them, a friend group behind them. I do think like to the cheers of Libra may have actually ended up spending more time with family and relationships that are really beautiful, people that really love them. Libra, I don't think has any question mark about how lovable they are, how much value they bring into people's lives. And I think Libra immediately reinforced that. They may have actually gone on a trip with family. They may have moved to an area where they're closer to family. They may have really just reconnected to great relationships in their life that give something in response. Because Libra's a total giver, but they don't give to the wrong people. If someone can't offer Libra pretty much the world, then they don't get the world from Libra. I love this Libra. I feel this is such an empowered Libra. This is not somebody who sits around and cries and goes, I can't believe they cheated on me. I don't even know if this was particularly cheating. It was the lack of ability to commit, maybe, or I don't know. This does feel like it was starting off as a pretty serious connection, but it didn't build into that. This didn't go that way. We've got a Knight of Pentacles, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, and we got the Six of Pentacles. Okay, Libra is at a place in their life where this was quite some time ago. Libra did have to heal from this. They did have to restore and like even develop themselves into an even more empowered version of themselves. But right now, Libra's in a place where they're so ready for partnership. And with that Six of Pentacles, this is a Libra who's absolutely like in that mental, emotional, awesome head and heart space where they're like, I'm so ready for a partner. Two of Swords in the reverse, they're not blocking this person. They don't care. They don't need to put in effort to block this person. This person doesn't come through their memory bank. We got a Knight of Cups and we got the Five of Wands. Libra's out there ready to start flirting, dating, and seeing who they like. Libra is taking applications. So Libra's not in a heartbreak. That's why I changed decks to see, were we going to have a heartbreak emotion? Libra isn't heartbroken. They are. So that's where we're at with things. Hey, it kind of sucks to be them at this moment. The fact that I think that they figured this out instantly when Libra walked away. But I think the biggest message here is they said, Libra is grossed out by me with that Ace of Wands in the reverse. Libra lost all attraction for me. And yet Libra's the one I would want to have married. And I knew that out of the gate, and I blew my 10 of Cups because I had to test to see if I was ready for a 10 of Cups, or if that was legit, if that's really how I felt, or if I were just infatuated with Libra. They should have probably just continued to get to know Libra instead of tried something else. But hey, honestly, I don't like this character for Libra anyway. I mean, if I'm going to be real, I think Libra deserves somebody new, somebody better. So I'm totally like cheering for Libra taking new applications. We will ask one last question. Does this person of the past who still is obviously salivating over Libra, do they have anything to do with Libra's future? Messenger of Coins, Action of Cups. Yes, someday Libra will still hear from them, maybe with a bouquet of flowers, an apology, an attempt, requesting, could I please speak to you again, possibly somewhere around a full moon. It could also be that they try this and Libra never gets the message. Death card. I will say this. If they do reach out, it's with a different, very different energy. If they do reach out, it could also be when Libra looks at it so differently, right? You know, the vision is going to be different because we have the serpent. And this is kind of like before the end of the year. This is still year of the snake, but we're almost done with year of the snake. How will Libra see this differently? By the way, I have to say with that third eye inscribed, you know, right into the bone, I'm going to say this Libra would know that I'm going to hear from this person still. We have a 9 of swords, we have a 4 of cups, and we have the nurturer of cups, which is actually the Queen of Cups energy. Honestly, how Libra sees this is, I feel sad for this person. This person has a lot of regrets. This person is begging me to give them my attention again. This person probably had a lot of stresses in the first place, which is why they either couldn't just let themselves connect when they wanted to connect with me. They're fearful. This is somebody who has a lot of fears, and now with their fears, they bungled things with me. They're wishing that I would come back and give to them again. I think Libra sees this in a pretty accurate lens. This is somebody that I actually feel a little bit more sad for, because they're the ones who have a lot of stress and a lot of regrets. They're the ones who would give anything to have my energy back in their life. They're not, you know, writing me later on to be like, hey, so I cheated with a whole bunch of other people, or I, you know, threw you away for a bunch of other people. That didn't work out. So now I'd like to come on back to you. That is not what this story is. Nothing like that. And Libra knows it. Libra knows that they are having a way worse time than Libra ever did with this situation. Still doesn't mean Libra takes them back. It's just a matter of seeing them in a different light. It would suck that they blew it with Libra, because they had their own fears and such. I don't really see Libra taking this person back, though. I see Libra starting to interview for the position of partnership, with, you know, starting to date again. And I don't know that I see this as anything other than they're going to be reaching out to Libra, and Libra fully comprehends what happened with them in the past. Final question about Libra and Libra's future as far as love goes, possibly. 3 of Cups, Knight of Cups. There's going to be a lot of people that want a chance with Libra. As Libra opens themselves up to dating again, there will be lots of people, including that one from the past, but one will certainly win out. Whomever the person is who puts in a little bit more effort for Libra. I think Libra's really looking for somebody that would, you know, with no, nothing hidden. They would just say, I would like to see you, Libra. I would put in effort to see you. I think that's the thing. Libra will probably end up with the partner who puts in genuine effort and is like really nice. This is somebody who, I think Libra wants an emotional connection with someone. That's what they're seeking more so than anything. Somebody who's not afraid of an emotional bond that you can build and grow. I think Libra may end up with a water sign. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Also, don't forget, tomorrow, Monday the 13th, I will be going live on both channels and doing some card pulls for subscribers, a little fictional storytelling there to say thank you guys again. Thank you so much for being part of my world. All right, guys, bye.